Alma versus Headway. I get this question all the time. Which is better? So I decided to do this video comparison, compare and contrast the two companies against each other to let you guys decide which company is best for you. I actually signed up with both companies so I could share my experience with you. I wanted to make sure I had a fair sampling of both Alma and Headway so I could give you a side-by-side comparison from my experience. This is just from my experience. So I'm Kim Tolson. I help insurance-based therapists learn how to bill insurance correctly and accurately so they don't have to pay billers a fortune. I make it my mission to investigate billing options like this to help you find the best path for you if you want to take insurance in your private practice. There's lots of options. There's Alma, there's Headway, there's hiring a billing company, there's doing your billing on your own, which I offer a course for that and a membership to guide you through if that's what you want to do. But today I want to compare these two because I get asked this all the time. Which company is better? They're both good if you want to get credentialed with some of the major insurance companies and not have to worry about the billing side of things. So some clinicians even choose to credential with these companies, but keep themselves private pay in their private practices. So private pay under their own tax ID and MPI-1, credentialed under Headway and Alma's tax ID and MPI-2 as a group practice. Some clinicians choose to do that. Then they can be private pay privately, and they could take insurance through these companies that they work for. So that's one consideration. I personally am credentialed with Headway, with Alma, and individually through my own private practice. I chose to do it that way because these companies are great, but you never know what's going to happen. I mean, they could just go bankrupt, like you have no idea. So if all your credentialing is only good under one of these companies and something happens, you wouldn't be able to see your clients if you're not paneled in other ways with the same insurance company. So that's just my 2 cents about that part. So each of these companies can credential you with some of the major insurance plans, commercial plans. So they both credential with Aetna, Cigna, and United Behavioral Health. So at the time of this recording, which is November 2022, comparing these two companies, Alma is not with Blue Cross Blue Shield, as far as I know. Headway is. So that's the only difference there that I found. Headway also does Blue Cross Blue Shield in most states, I believe. As far as I know, Alma is not with Blue Cross Blue Shield yet, and I'm not sure if they have plans to do that in the future. Neither of these companies will credential you with Medicare or Medicaid in your state. They are only with these large commercial plans right now. Okay, so now let's talk about credentialing speeds. So Alma will have you credentialed in 45 days, and Headway says that they'll have you credentialed usually within 120 days. I personally signed up with both Alma and Headway, as I said before, and Alma had me credentialed in about 3 days. I actually couldn't believe how quick they credentialed me. Like 3 or 4 days after I signed the final paperwork, they sent me a notice and said, "You're credentialed." And I went and looked in the portal, and I'm under all 3 insurance companies, just like that. So that's really good for a clinician that's just really wanting to jump in and get started, wants to start taking insurance right away. Really good for that. Headway, I signed up with them and they were pretty quick. I think it took maybe 30 to 60 days, depending on the insurance company. Blue Cross Blue Shield took probably almost 6 to 8 months to be credentialed with them through Headway. I don't know if that was growing pains with Headway because this was a couple years ago now. So that's my experience with the credentialing with both of those companies as of this recording. So the next comparison with the two is automated eligibility checks. So both companies offer that they will check the eligibility of the client and their benefits. So you give Headway and Alma the client's information, their insurance information, and they will go and check it and let you know if they're eligible for services, if their policy is an active policy, if their benefits cover mental health treatment, outpatient mental health. So they'll check the eligibility of the clients and they will get back to you and let you know if the client's eligible to see you through their portal. I have heard of instances where, especially with Blue Cross Blue Shield and Headway, where clinicians thought, well, it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. How could it not be a good policy? Turns out there are some subsidiaries of all these insurance companies that, cannot be billed through Headway or Alma, has been what's been reported to me. I haven't had that issue myself. I did check benefits with Alma and Headway. Alma was super fast. I wanted to see my client actually the next day, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get verification because they say you can't see the client until it's been verified. So I was like, oh. Then about 3 hours later, I got the verification that it was fine to see her through the portal. So that was super fast, smooth, easy. Headway, the times I've done insurance verification, I think it took 2 days maybe, which is quick enough. But if you need to see a client like I did the other day, you're going to want super fast. Now, both companies and all online insurance verifications are lacking in that they don't tell you about telehealth, if telehealth benefits are covered. Now, I have heard through the grapevine that Headway and Alma both have tried to work telehealth into their contracts, but that doesn't matter if a client's certain policy doesn't cover telehealth, or if you have to go and do telehealth through a third-party provider like Teladoc or MD Live or something like that. Headway and Alma aren't going to know. We're not going to know just through those standard verifications. So you might start seeing a client and then you find out, oh, wait, the claims are getting denied because they don't have a telehealth policy. That happens a lot for anybody that doesn't call specifically to the insurance companies and ask. So that's just a little part of this to think about. So next, let's talk about payout speed and how quickly you can get paid by each of these companies. So Alma guarantees 2 weeks for payout, and Headway does as well. My experience is Headway has definitely paid me every 2 weeks, just on a regular schedule. Alma paid me almost immediately, I think in 2 days, 3 days after I saw my client. So that was super quick. I think as soon as the reimbursement comes through, you're paid. With Alma, Headway, they just do it like on a schedule. So every 2 weeks, if you see clients leading up to those 2 weeks, you're going to be paid. I think it's like the 15th and the 30th or something like that. I'm not sure the dates, but that's been my experience with both companies. Now, this next part is a big deal: customer support. So I actually have a Headway Facebook group that I started when I signed on with Headway because I thought they were a great alternative. I was going to use them for a couple of my clients, and I thought they were great companies. So over time, I've noticed, just anecdotally reported in my Facebook group, that Headway has had some bumps along the way with customer service, getting back to clinicians in a timely manner when there's questions or issues going on that they need immediate help with. I personally have only reached out to their customer support 1 time, 2 times, and they got back to me pretty quickly. So that wasn't an issue for me, but you just hear different things. Alma, as far as it goes, I haven't had any problems with the customer service there. When I was going through the sign-up process, the credentialing process, they were super responsive and quick to get back to me. So it's a big deal, customer support. You can't really predict how good it's going to be, but I would ask both of them, how quickly do you get back to me? Because it seems like these time frames are changing all the time. So if you connect with either of those, ask that question: how quickly will you get back to me? Because it's important when we're trying to see our clients, we're busy. We need to know that. Okay, so I would encourage you to do that to the reps if you decide to sign up with either of these companies. Okay, now the next piece I want to talk about, which is super important, since I'm an insurance billing expert and I have a membership, I see this really trending: group practices and solo practitioners expanding out to multi-state practices. Like they're wanting to get licensed in other states. They're expanding group practices in different states. So this is an important issue. What I found is Alma is very good with the multi-state credentialing and allowing you to bill across multiple different states. Headway does not have this capability at all. So if you're licensed in 3 states and you sign up with Headway, you're going to have to choose one of the states and go through that state, is my understanding. As of this recording, November 2022, that's how it is. It might change. Hopefully it will, because this is a really important issue. A lot of us are doing telehealth. A lot of us are licensed in multiple states, and it's a big deal to be able to see clients in different states and still be able to bill their insurance. So if you're a multi-state practice, or even thinking of being one, or thinking of being a multi-state group practice, Alma is the company for you. Sign up with Alma. Okay, so another thing I've noticed about the differences in Alma and Headway is the referral network. So with Alma, you are paying a membership fee, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, the difference in the fees and how that works, but you're paying a membership fee. So in turn, you're going to get referrals. That's part of what you're getting with Alma is you're connected to a referral network. And my experience, and anecdotally, again, what I've heard through my Headway Facebook group is that Alma does consistently send good referrals to the clinicians that are paneled with Alma, and people are able to fill their caseloads that way. Headway is not a referral company. They're trying. It seems like they were doing something with ZocDoc for a while. I've seen some whispers of some other stuff, but as far as I know, they don't have a solid referral program. So if you're new in private practice and you need to fill your caseload, Alma would be the place to go if you want steady, consistent referrals that are included already in your membership. Like you could expect that. And my Headway Facebook group, I'm getting ready to actually change it to Headway and Alma, so I can give support to members of both platforms, because now that I've researched both, I think they're both good companies. And based on all these differences I'm telling you about, I'll refer some people to Alma and some people to Headway, depending on what's going on with their specific practices. And I'm actually pretty impressed with Alma now that I've decided to sign up with them as well to see how it all works. They have great systems. It was a really smooth onboarding process, painless, got credentialed quickly, paid that fee, and that was about it. And I'm up and running and credentialed in 3 days. So I like Alma a lot. I'm really kind of excited about what all they're offering that's different than Headway. So let's talk about the payment differences. So Headway basically has negotiated a rate for you with the insurance company. So if they're going to pay you $120 a session, they've probably negotiated a higher rate, like maybe $122 or $125, and they're going to keep the difference. So they're going to keep $3 and pay you the rest, $125 every single session, every single time for the CPT code that you're billing at the agreed upon rate that you've discussed. That's Headway's fee. It just comes out that way. And then Alma has a fee structure too, but it's a membership fee basically. So you can pay $125 every single month, or you can pay $999 annually, which I'll talk about in a minute. It covers a lot of things that Headway isn't offering. And I'm kind of excited about all the different opportunities that they're offering. So both Alma and Headway have directories where you can put your profile, and if somebody is searching through the Headway directory, they can find you and they can book an appointment with you. So both of them are equal in that respect, as far as I know. And they both seem to have pretty good SEO. When I've been searching for clinicians, it seems like Psychology Today, Alma, and Headway are the ones that pop up. So if you have a profile over there, I think the SEO is pretty good about that if you're trying to fill your practice. So that's something else to consider if you're thinking about going with one of these companies. So another benefit comparison to Alma versus Headway. So we all need telehealth platforms to see our clients through. And a lot of us are using like Simple Practice or Doxy or iTherapy or something to see our clients through a telehealth platform. So Headway does not provide any kind of telehealth platform or support to help you see your clients. One cool thing about Alma is they actually give you a HIPAA compliant business account that costs, I think it's $199 a year to have that account. They give that to you for free, and you can see your clients right through that link. So every single time you just send them that Alma Zoom link and you can see your clients that way, which if you take that off that membership fee, that's brings your membership fee down to what, like $6.99 a year, which, is pretty reasonable considering everything that they offer. Next, Alma and Headway both have client calendars where you can just book your clients in the calendar there and keep track of it that way. As far as I know, neither integrate with other EHR calendars, which I think would be an awesome feature if they would offer that. It would make it so much easier for those of us that are also using an EHR. But as far as I know, they don't. If you know anything different, let me know. They both send out appointment reminders through the system to your clients, so you don't have to worry about that. That's an added benefit with them. As far as I know, they both give you the capability to send superbills for your clients. They give you the option to choose that if you're not in network, and they allow you to see private pay clients through their portals and bill your clients that way if you want to do that, if you don't have some other way that you're already seeing your private pay clients. They allow your clients to store their credit cards on their system. So at the end of the session, the card is just automatically billed, and you don't have to have that conversation with clients about, okay, I got to go take it out of your credit card now, or anything like that. So Headway and Alma, they do both allow you to store your progress notes with them if you want to. It's not required. You can, you don't have to. A lot of people keep their notes separate. Just know that with both companies, if for some reason you're audited, your client's audited through their company, they are going to have to reach out to you to get your progress notes to pass the audits. So make sure you're keeping notes that document medical necessity in the case you're ever audited. So Headway was really big with if you get audited, you're protected. However, if your notes are terrible or you don't have any notes, Headway can't protect you because there has to be documentation of what the session was about and that it met medical necessity. So that's something to consider. Make sure you're keeping good notes. Another feature that Alma has that Headway does not is the capability to do these paperless assessments like the PHQ-9, the GAD-7, all of these like brief measuring assessments that you can use to monitor your client's progress, document progress, and then also help you meet medical necessity if you were ever to be audited. So that's kind of cool that Alma's got that included if you want to use some of those with your clients. But this next part is really where Headway and Alma differ in my mind. So Alma has quite a few community offerings that Headway does not have, as far as I know. They have community support, members only meetups in different cities and events for Alma members to get together and network and socially interact with each other, which I think is good if you're in an all telehealth practice. It helps you get out there, spend some time with some colleagues. Alma also has dedicated discussion spaces and forums within the Alma platform. So they've got topics and chats and places where you can talk about things with other clinicians. So it's an interactive portal. It's almost like a group practice. So they offer a lot more stuff that a group practice would offer to help with continuing education. They do continuing education classes through NYU. I haven't personally taken any, but you can get CEUs that way. And I think the CEUs are included in your membership. So you don't have to pay extra for those, I think, which is a pretty cool benefit to offer that to clinicians. You're already paying that membership fee, so why not get some of the stuff included too? So in my opinion, at this current time, is that Alma is a more well-rounded product for most of our needs as clinicians. They're in more states. They do multi-state billing. They have continuing education. They have a quick response team and they get you credentialed really quickly. So I'm really loving all of those pros about Alma. Headway, if you're a solo practitioner and you don't really need referrals and you just need somebody to do your billing for you and you're only in one state, then Headway would be a great option. They've just got that fee off the top. You don't have to pay a membership fee for referrals like Alma does for you. So each one is different, but good for certain people. So I just wanted to present the pros and the cons of each, compare and contrast all of the features, and give you like a true review of these two companies and let you decide for yourself which one's best for you. So I hope you found this comparison helpful. Maybe you did, and now you've decided you want to sign up with one of these companies. Please use my referral links. I've put the referral links under this video in the comments section. These referral links help me continue to produce these videos, to provide information, to do research, to make sure I'm giving you up-to-date information about companies like this, and to help your insurance billing experience go more smoothly for you so we can do what is truly important, and that's help our clients and not have to worry about all of this stuff. So let me know if you have any extra questions or if you've got any comments about the content I've shared today. If anything isn't accurate or if you found it to be different or had a different experience, let me know. And I'd love if you'd hit subscribe and follow my channel because I'm always putting out great videos like this to help you figure out how to navigate insurance in your private practice.